All right, new week, Major League Baseball, NBA playoffs. We've got 3 MLB winners coming up for you,
Oh,
absolutely free of charge. Won't charge you a nickel here
all right.
on the show. Mark Zinno is in a particularly ornery mood. I'd say you have a case of the Mondays, Mark, but only an asshole would say that, something like that.
Well, you are an asshole, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh.
And no, I have at this point. I'm just going to start out the show by saying there are a lot of places that you can go. One of the places I don't recommend going is wt.buzz/mz. You will find nothing of value there, nothing at all. So
Oh, no.
from here on out, you all take a week off. Nobody buy a damn thing from me, okay? And if you ask me on social media what I think, I will tell you for free. How's that sound? So
Oh,
yeah, I should give out everything for free because it holds no value. When you don't win, it holds no value. And here's Brian Power.
Well, yeah, you're still, in terms of profit for the year, you're still pretty good.
Shut up. What did I tell you?
you are.
Nobody cares.
I
No.
care about what you've done this year.
After what happened to me and the way I got, what's the word I want to use without offending anybody? Yeah, the way I took it straight up the tailpipe with my 5% play on
Banana
Saturday.
the tailpipe.
Yeah. I have no words. Why is it if there's a way to lose a game to lose a bet in grand dramatic fashion, I always seem to find it. Why can't I just get my ass kicked like a normal person? Why can't I just be on the completely wrong side like normal people? I'd rather do that. Because you know what? When
We've
there's
said
9
that
minutes
before.
quarter and the team that I have that I've bet on that's getting 7 is up by 8, I'm going, I feel really good. I feel really good. Then a 21-0 run in a 4.5-minute span. 21-0 run. How many 21-0 runs have there been in the entire NBA this year? I think
Not
maybe
many.
2. And I'm on the wrong side of one in the NBA playoffs on a 5% play. So delete wt.buzz/mz from your browser history. Don't go there. Nothing of value. It's a waste of time, money, and energy. And until I get right, you have my full permission to chastise me for sucking at this. So I'm officially kind of out of it right now. And yeah, well, as the arbiters of truth and honesty of everywhere in the gambling space, particularly at this network with some of those folks out there, let's just call it what it is here. It's been a bad streak for yours truly. After what was a phenomenal first 3 months, the ride has come to an end and we suck. Oh, we suck again.
Okay. Well, couple things. Number one, you know that bad beat segment Scott Van Pelt has on Sports Center. I was on the wrong end. I was on the wrong end of 3 of the games that are shown in the introductory package to that segment. Ohio State Northwestern, you all remember which game I'm talking about. UCLA Stanford, you all remember which game I'm talking about. And the 2012 Belk Bowl, Duke and Cincinnati. If you were on the Belk Bowl, you remember the Belk Bowl. So I've had some hideous losses as well. I also, on a more positive note, I was looking at myself on the screen while you were delivering that soliloquy. I got some good color when I was in Texas. I'll be honest with you. I have a good complexion.
Well, it's good because you're usually pasty white like freaking powder. Whatever's that movie, the albino powder.
That's a little mean. I'm glad to see you're feeling better now that you're.
I'm not feeling any better.
Crap.
I feel good about nothing. There's nothing to feel good about.
Well,
I feel better.
I think
I'd feel better about a colonoscopy than I would the plays I'm about to give out today.
Have you ever had a colonoscopy? Because you reference it a lot. Jesus.
Well, when you catch dysentery, your entire digestive system is dead from there on out. So when you go to Iraq and you catch dysentery, yes, you have to get a lot of colonoscopies to make sure you don't have Crohn's and colitis and everything else that could affect the rest of your life. And plus, it's always good to get the pipes cleaned out.
Oh.
It's like
thought you were going to tell me that you were on the Oregon Trail or something at that point, but I'm glad to hear you're okay. And by the way, can I try to turn that frown upside down with this? This is a very important message. Guys, I promise we're going to get into the free plays, which is what you actually tune into the show for. But tomorrow is April 22nd, 2025. Yeah. That would be the 1-year anniversary of the Morning Wager. We went live for the first time, or I guess we did our first show, I should say, April 22nd of 2024. So we'll have a special offer for you tomorrow. I'm going to get in touch with the office. I'm on Wager Talk today, later today. Maybe I'll have time to promote it by then. I don't know.
You should.
We'll
I'm going to get a cake, and you can blow out the candle.
Okay. I don't want to talk about that now. You'll get angry.
Hey,
Let's get into some plays.
Kiss as you're leaving. Blow me kiss. Good night.
All right. Would you like to talk about the Yankees and the Guardians here? That's your half of the double play. We're going all first 5 plays today. All first 5.
Put your computers and buds on mute right now, because what I will say you should do the opposite of. Yankees star Clark Schmidt. I really like Clark Schmidt. I think he's one of their more reliable starters. All evidence to the contrary the first time he got out on the mound this year, because he sucked. He wasn't terrible. He gave up 3 runs and 4 hits at 5 2/3 against the Royals. Yankees ended up winning that game. But again, he's a guy I think, they're going to start to get him, stretch him out a little more, get him a little bit deeper. And he's, again, outside of Max Fried at this point, I think he's really the only reliable starter that I trust in the Yankees rotation. So doesn't walk a lot of guys, keeps guys off the base pass, keeps the ball in the ballpark. Good sinker ball pitcher. These are all things that you want in your starter here. And the Yankees have fun beating the snot out of the Cleveland Guardians, formerly known as the Indians. So we get a favorable price here on the Yankees first 5 money line. I'll trust Schmidt and the Yanks to at least have a lead here on the road against the Guardians, who start good old Gavin Williams. How do you feel about Gavin Williams and his up and down performances? Look, he started the season, was mediocre against KC, was okay. He gave up 4 runs, only 2 of them earned against the Angels. Good against the bad White Sox, bad against the Orioles last time out. Yankees too good of a lineup. I mean, he didn't really face good hitting teams right there in KC, LA, and Chicago. The one good hitting team he faced in the Orioles, he gave up 5 runs and 6 2/3 of walks and gave up 2 home runs. So Yankees should be pretty good against Gavin.
Okay. I gave out a play on the over 8.5 on that game on the Power 5. Just a couple things to your point. I think both bullpens have issues right now for these teams. So I think that lends yourself to limiting it to a first 5 bet.
Much worse than I do right now.
He wasn't good that one against the Rays, yeah. And the Guardians bullpen is not going to be as good as it was last year. There's no way it can be. It was historically great last year. And another reason, to your point, that I liked the over in this game is the aforementioned Gavin Williams. I think, yes, they did suck in the playoffs. They did. Okay, thank you for reminding me. I still have a headache when Juan Soto's home run hit me in the head. Okay. Anyway, Gavin Williams is not good, and I think he's going to get touched up here by the Yankees. So I like the over, but I'm with you too. Everything I said lends itself to Yankees first 5. All right, how about another first 5 bet for you? Cardinals Braves, 7:15 p.m. Eastern. This is my half of double play. Plenty of reasons to like the Braves here, guys. They're coming off a weekend sweep here at home over the Twins. Bats finally woke up a little bit, Zinno, in Atlanta. 16 runs scored in those 3 wins. Meanwhile, you look at St. Louis, they were on the wrong end of a sweep over the weekend. Lost all 4 games to the Mets. Cards now just 1-9 on the road for the season. Big picture, still a buyer on the Braves this season. Not so much with the Cards. Now, this is obviously a pretty massive full game price on the Braves to win today. We don't want to do that. So let's reduce that juice a little bit by cutting the game in half and laying the half run in the first 5. I understand Spencer Schwellenbach for Atlanta is coming off a bad outing, Mark, but
yes,
considering each of his first 3 starts saw him go at least 6 innings and allow 1 run or less, I think a bounce back seems likely for Mr. Schwellenbach. Eric Fetty, on the other hand, for St. Louis.
Fetty Wap.
Well, he's at Fetty Wap, yes, like
Respect Fetty Wap.
I'm going to disparage the man, okay? Like Schwellenbach, he did have 3 quality starts, and he has 3 quality starts and 1 bad one. But here's what pushed me over the edge, Zinno. Fetty, lifetime versus the Braves, 0-6 with an 11.03 ERA. That is very, very bad.
22. He hasn't faced them in 3 years.
Well, I think those numbers are still so you don't like.
I'm more concerned about Fetty's walk problem. He's walked 11 batters in the last 3 starts. That would be
that's not good either. That's not good either. But you know what? I think the 0-6 lifetime record with an 11.03 ERA makes for better copy. What do you got to say about that? I'm taking the Atlanta Braves first 5 money line or first 5 run line laying the half a run there.
Why don't you just say if you're allergic to cash, you shouldn't bet the Braves' first 5 run line?
I wouldn't say something like that, okay? I
Okay.
have a little bit of dignity. All right. We are not talking about the NBA on this here show. Only 2 games on Monday. Just to,
Burn the
you
NBA
heard
to the
Zit.
ground. Burn all of it.
You
You hate all of
I
it.
well,
Burn it.
okay. Okay, you are very chippy today. I will recap what I did over the weekend here in the NBA. Last
Yeah, let's
night
do
was a you recapped what you did. I'm going to recap what I did. Okay.
yeah.
On
There's a difference.
Saturday,
I recap when I suck. You only recap when you stroke yourself.
no, I don't. I am always very honest here, okay? To that point, Saturday was very good. 5% play, our first 5% play of the season. Minnesota T-Wolves didn't need those 4 points. They beat the overrated LA Lakers. I'm a LeBron fan, but I think that team's overrated. But then yesterday, well, we took the Houston Rockets. Again, it was a situation where I thought public perception was too heavy on the one side, that being Golden State. Man, is that Houston half-court offense ugly. So we won one. We lost one. Overall, it was a 4-4 weekend for yours truly, but 12-5 still over the
I,
last 8
I
days.
I quit yesterday. I quit. I
It's the
just
American thing to do.
I and of course, and this is why I got upset. Can we just hit the rewind button? Okay.
Oh no.
Well, I certainly appreciate people having faith in me, even when I'm down. Okay. What did I tell you about the guy who did the year-long subscription?
Oh, okay.
Every
We're
day,
not getting into this here. Okay.
I got to get a reminder. That dude's waiting for me to send something out. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do anything today. I'm pissed off still about Saturday night, about Pistons +7. I don't want to do anything today. I just want to be left alone. And it was Easter Sunday, and I made good chicken parm, and we had pasta with garlic bread. It was very delicious. I don't want to do anything yesterday.
But your subscriber's waiting for a play.
Well, you can
Ooh.
pass. It's all right. You're completely out of hand. I'll tell you this. That pick and play special still available. 7 days for $77 at WagerTalk. Look, Zinno doesn't want you to buy from him. I'm going to say
Don't
something
pick
right
me.
now.
Don't
Okay,
pick
I'm going
me.
to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right now, and I will lose not one solitary wink of sleep over what I'm about to say, Mark Zinno. Pick me. Go to WT.buzz/BP. I have 4 plays up for Mark right now. 2 in soccer, 2 in MLB. I'll be on Wager Talk today later, and we have a best bet to get to on this show. The Cincinnati Reds scored 24 runs yesterday, so there is only one rational thing to do today, and that is bet against them. We are going to take the Miami Marlins plus the half run in the first 5. I like the pitcher for Miami today, and you're going to talk about him right now as the Fish, who are a very bad team, as we know. But here's the thing with the Reds: the day after they score 24 runs, Mark, is the perfect time to fade
Yeah.
Cincinnati. They're so up and down.
Yes. Very much so. Not only that, they're facing Max Meyer, who's a very reliable starter.
Mhm.
And a high K guy too, right? He's got 27 strikeouts in 24 innings this year. What's kind of really bit him, or at least in the last start, was the home run ball. Um, but this is a Reds team, as you said, that's coming off this big output. I'm not too worried about Max Meyer bouncing back. Not only because he's good, but also the Marlins, who are facing Nick Lodolo, who genuinely is I think, a pretty good starter. Marlins actually
Agreed.
can hit left. Marlins are second in all Major League Baseball in batting average against left-handed pitching. They're seventh in OPS, ninth in WRC plus. This is an offense that's actually pretty good against left-handed pitching, and they have the 4th highest amount of runs scored against left-handed pitching this year of all teams in all Major League Baseball. So, guess what? Yeah, they can figure out ways to push runs across. So, I like them here early. Max Meyer needs to do his part. Marlins may only need to push 1 or 2 across here, especially taking them plus a half run. Right? We got a
Mhm.
full run in our pocket here. Seems favorable against this Reds team that's coming off a high that should be let back down. And again, like the Reds' offense this year has been bad. So them getting 24 runs yesterday was a little bit shocking, to
It was a
say the
good day.
least.
It was a good day for the Bats.
It was. So, yeah. And by the way, too, Miami is one of the lower strikeout rates in the league,
Mm.
particularly against left. So they don't strike out a lot. So I like the Marlins here. Give me the fish.
I'll take them too. It's our show best bet. Marlins first 5 plus a half a run there. We'll lay a little bit of juice to get the added insurance of the half run. That is going to do it for today's edition of the Morning Wager. Tomorrow,
Make
we
sure
celebrate
to go to
1 year.
BP.
1 year anniversary tomorrow, Zinno. I
I'll
expect
have
to
a cake.
see. I expect to see that frown turn upside down.
Well, I put an NBA play in tonight, so it won't be.
I've heard it all now.
I mean,
I've heard it all. After the thing. Okay. All right. Well, maybe go to WT.buzz/MZ.
No,
Don't
I
do it.
wouldn't. Just hit
I'm
me up on
actually going
Twitter.
to.
I'll tell you what the plays are.
You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to speak to the technical people at WagerTalk. I'm going to have WT.buzz/MZ just redirect to my page, I think.
That's fine.
Oh,
That works.
okay. Let's. Glad that we agree. All right, everybody. Until next time, let's catch some tickets.
Make my record look better. So there's that.